Hello, my convicts and convicts. Yes, I decided to come convict, and yes, we're going to play some more Fortnite. Yes, so finally, Fortnite Mez is over. It was so annoying having Fortnite Mez because obviously I'm not a big fan of the ghosts coming back, and the fact that they would just jump around you so fast, and then you ended up like 3 or 4, and they all would kill you together. It's really, really annoying. So luckily that's now ended. Obviously, we've gone back to the original routine on Fortnite on here. So I do try my best to get as many kills. I'll get high kill games, but sometimes it's really weird. It's like sometimes I'll get really good kill games, sometimes it's really, really quiet. And I just guess it happens. It's just the luck of the draw sometimes, just knowing or trying to know where people are going to go. So it is what it is. Also, I will apologise, this video is a little bit late. I didn't get a chance to add voice to it due to Rio getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. This morning, and kept me up until the early hours, and then eventually went back to sleep, in which I went back to sleep as well, and didn't get up until about, what, 11 o'clock I think it was, in nearly afternoon. So it was a bit of a rough day. That's why I'm doing the video now, so I will apologise for the slight delay. Also, we are so close to the brand new connection. It's nearly here, but there has been a bit of an issue. And apparently the embargo is going to actually last until tomorrow. So the embargo, which is stopping obviously from any new connections being made, is actually going to end tomorrow. So that should hopefully not impact the fact that I'm getting my connection on Friday. I've been told that it definitely is supposed to be ending tomorrow. So I'm hoping so, otherwise once again will be delayed, and I don't know when we will probably get the new connection up and running. So I'm hoping that it doesn't get delayed once again. Anyway, so let's get on with the gameplay. As you can tell, obviously this is pre-recorded. I am trying my best to do live recordings if I can, like I did with PUBG, but it's just unfortunate sometimes I just don't get the time to do it, unfortunately. So as you can see, I'm playing the old style John Wick. I wanted to play him because he's obviously quite dark in colour. And I managed to pick up this very nice burst gold AR. And that's just a case of finding people. Now normally people come around this area, and I can usually find them walking around, doing their own thing in this area. So this is why I wanted to kind of try and land a little bit quieter, and then obviously jump in, because there'd been a couple of warm-up attempts, and it was just a case of like everybody and the granny were in the area. Now one thing, if you've noticed here, the builds weren't coming out as fast as I wanted them to. They just seemed to be delayed. So I have very recently also added the DNS issue back on again in order to fix the problem. Now, for those that don't know, what mainly happens is, or what I've noticed that DNS is most good for, is obviously in the world that you are in, such as like armor plating or anything like that. I've noticed that delayed armor plating can happen when you hold triangle, and it can take up to like 5 seconds before it starts to armor plate. Or if you see an object and you press on it, and then you press it again, and you press it again, it's like, come on, pick it up. And you often find yourself picking up the other item because it's obviously it has acknowledged all 3 presses, but it's delayed that much. And one thing I've noticed is the DNS can actually fix this problem, where if that happens, if you configure and find a really good DNS, it'll actually fix it, and then it makes it instantly responsive. I noticed this guy, 96 damage, and there we go, you're dead. You are out of here. He thought he had me, but he didn't. I was kind of worried for half a second. Because the thing about the combat is obviously it shoots much faster than the pump. I'm just glad that obviously I managed to get the 96 headshot. But I do find that the shotguns are very inconsistent. There's been times where I have shot people and it's not registered, which is kind of annoying. But it happens, I guess. It's just one of those things. As you can see, I'm just kind of thinking, what do I want? Do I want to take the pump? Do I want to keep the combat? Well, I don't know. Obviously, I watch a lot of Cypher PK, and I know Cypher was talking about the shotgun being not as good in this season, but they did buff it, so I don't know if it's good now, if it is obviously usable now. So, hence why I was kind of like, do I take it? Do I not? Do I take it? Do I not? I don't know. So, yep, there we go. Our first eliminatee of the day. I expected more people to be here, to be honest, but it's just one of those things. So I'm just going to have a look now, try and get some more healings, especially, as you can see here. Now I was trying to pick up the flopper, but it wouldn't pick it. I was like, come on, come on. And it did actually show the interact button to do that, and I didn't know if the small fries actually helped you to heal. So I was like, hopefully if I break this, it's not going to destroy the flopper, and obviously I can still use it. So there we go. You obviously can. So someone who obviously hasn't played much of Fortnite, or not a great deal of Fortnite, obviously not knowing if that was a thing or not. So there you go. Almost tempted to take the bouncers, kind of trying to figure out where this other chest was. It's like, is it up here? It's like, no, it's not up here. Is it below? I don't know. It's like, no, I don't know. I don't know where this thing is. So I'm like, I'll go upstairs. Maybe I'll find it now. And obviously you can see now there's two chests here, so it's like, okay, there's two. Accidentally fell down like a goober because I'd broken the floor before. It's like, come on, get through the hole. Stop being a goober. And I generally do like taking medkits more than the bandages, obviously, because they heal you to full. I really wish they would kind of change that idea and make small bandages heal you. As you can see, I'm just testing looking up and down a little bit. I wanted to try and get to a point where I can really accurately aim and shoot without having to aim down sight, because oftenly, especially when you get into fights with people and you're building and shooting, you don't get a chance to aim that often. It's more about the hip fire and about building and hip firing at the same time. So try to have a good combination of nice sort of slow movement, so I can obviously aim without having to shoot and hip fire really well, but also a good fast turnaround when you turn to blueprint mode. So if I need to turn around and obviously defend myself, then you're obviously going to use your blueprints. You're not going to use your just normal turnaround to try and turn. You're going to obviously try and build. So that's my sort of tactic, is have a really nice low and precise hip firing speed, and then obviously speed for turning when I need to, by obviously using my defense, which is building. So, or that's what I hope to do most cases. So I was hoping I could probably upgrade to the purple combat, but you can't. Don't have enough brick. And there is someone else here, as you can see. I do have visualization on, because I find that the sound in this game is really awkward for me. I've said this before, and there we go. It's just AI. I was like, oh, okay, what the hell's going on here? So as you can see, one of the problems of having a low ADS speed is that it affects both AR and snipers. I wish they would introduce like a separate different sensitivities, so you've got one for aiming with normal guns and then obviously one for aiming with such as like snipers, because that would make it a lot better. So there's a helicopter. So okay, well, a helicopter overhead. Okay, I'll take that. Take the other pot as well, just in case. I was like, right, what's this guy doing in the helicopter? Is he dropping? Now, I've noticed very often, as of late, you seem to get some really hardcore people that when they're taking a helicopter, they fly around and they'll drop right on you. They'll land on you and try and kill you. It's insane. Some people who do it. Just fly around trying to kill everyone. It's like, what? So if you ever have someone who does that, you know that they are pretty good, or they've got something very cheesy. I've had someone who, it was in a helicopter, he dropped on me because he had both of Iron Man's super abilities, so he could shoot, and obviously had the unibeam as well, which was really annoying because he just spammed me with the shots and then just unibeam me through an entire build and kill me, which is kind of annoying because there's no sort of defense to it at all. And he couldn't see me because I built completely around me, above me, making loads of like different areas of hiding, and he just unibeamed through them all and killed me. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. Epic. So I've heard that they might be fixing the unibeam and making it just do less damage. I don't know if that's something that is active as of yet, but during, obviously, like I said, these warm-up tests, they definitely haven't fixed it yet. Still is a little bit stupidly strong. So I'm trying to find a guy who owns the helicopter here. It's like, go on, let's see if we can find him and kill him. This is what I mean, I struggle sometimes just to find people. I do actively look, it's not like I'm, you know, running around hiding and not engaging people. Hence why I've come up here with the helicopter being here. I've come up here to obviously find a guy flying the helicopter and try and challenge him. So I don't know what this noise was. It's like, holy hell, what is this noise? It's like someone wants to come in. I assumed it was a helicopter because obviously it's on its side. But that was one hell of a noise. So just cut down this tree, try and keep my materials up as much as possible. And see what we can do. So I've got a sniper out here ready to go, and I saw this guy over here. I was like, okay, see if we can snipe him. I was like, right, I'm going to build. Obviously, if I'm sniping at people, they're going to know I'm here. And I don't know what happened there, but I seemed to move down the ramp. That was kind of weird. I don't recall even touching my left stick when I was playing. And I was like, why did I shoot the ramp here? I don't know, but hey ho. So just gonna get on the top here, take some cover. It's like, okay, come on then. Come on, buddy. And you can tell he's coming over. It's like, okay, you come over. Now this shot, I actually felt that hit. Let me know in the comments. But I actually thought that hit. Must have just missed, if anything. Because it actually looked like it was on the person. But I know obviously you have to lead the target sometimes. But the way that the blast looked, it looked like it hit. So I'm like, I don't care if you've got a backpack, I'm coming to get you. Like, I'm coming to get you, bro. And there we go. So this is the new backpack. I was like, yes, I'm taking that. Let me have your backpack. Or jetpack, I should call it. I don't know, I'm calling it a backpack when it's a jetpack. I didn't realise that obviously there's almost coming as well, so I was like, okay, I need to get out of here. I've not actually used the jetpack either, so this is the first time officially using it. Obviously, I've used it before when I've had it, but this is the first time since it's been reintroduced that I've physically used the jetpack. So back to the building we came to, which is kind of weird, and I could see someone flying in. It's like, okay, well, there's someone here. Let me just quickly get on top here. Him for 67, then he decided to rocket me like a crazy mad fool. I was like, okay, well, I could do with a rocket launcher. And I was thinking this might be a good idea because obviously I've got a rocket launcher and jetpack. It could be like destruction from above, or as I was thinking, and maybe even titling this as the Rocketeer. I think I've done a video on the Rocketeer, being the Rocketeer, before where I've used the jetpack and a rocket launcher. So I might call it the Rocketeer Strikes Again or something along those lines. I'm definitely sure I've done one before. So at this moment, I'm like, great. I'm not in a good position here now. I've got to try and figure out and play this a little bit carefully. Hoping I could see some form of meds and stuff, but I noticed obviously there's a balloon coming in. I was like, this will be a perfect opportunity, and then I noticed the campfire, just double checking no one's in this little 1x1 here. So we'll campfire it up, then build around. Obviously, don't be stupid and just stand out in the open and using a campfire wouldn't be a good idea. And to stoke it, then start to going out again. It's like, okay, I need to stoke it again. I thought it's taking a while to heal, and there we go. We're back to it, and there we go. And that now burns out, which is fine. So this time I was trying to figure out where the hell the balloon was, but obviously because I got pushed, I couldn't see. I thought maybe someone had actually come over and swiped the crate and then ran off. And while I was too busy obviously with the campfire, but I was like, I'm sure I can't have, because obviously I've got visualization on. Anyone who comes within the vicinity I would see. And as you can see, it's there, hiding in a tree. So I was like, crap, I can't go get it now, it's too late. But we do have a second option of one over here. And it's like, yep, I'm getting this one. This one's mine. You are mine. There we go. So I'm just going to build around, just take this other pot here, so I can obviously go back to full. And there we go. They're like, well, I'm okay. I'm just going to keep the one pot, because the minis obviously won't put me back to full blue anyway. Just take some more materials, because I've only got about 300 nods. Obviously being last 3 people alive. Now it's just a case of where are they? Where are these two hiding? Double check everything. I've got my rocket out just in case they're hiding in a bush, and I could jetpack and obviously rocket them. And I was thinking, well, maybe they're hiding in the water, because generally people do this. So if we run along the coast here, just double check there is no one hiding like a girly. And yeah, just try and find anyone who I can. Mr. Shark out there in the yonder. And then I did notice them here. Eventually, it's like, I've just noticed them as you saw me move the cursor to them and then obviously move the cursor away. So it's just a case of I go around now and then obviously use this as cover on here. So just double checking, because I've only seen one person so far, so it's like, well, I don't know where the other person is, so let's engage with this person, blow them up, or try and hit them if we can, cause them to build, rocket them again, and here they are. I don't know why there was 2 people together. It's like, what? Why are these 2 people together? And then kill the last one. There we go. So I'm not 100% sure, but possibly that last player was a bot. I'm not sure, but they were both hiding in, and I don't mean bot as in bad player, I mean like AI, because it seemed really weird that they just ran in a straight line, just kind of weird. So I may have helped an AI kill the person to then kill the AI to win the game. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if new, tap that notification bell to be notified of all my videos, and truly can be one of my convicts or convicts. And yes, it is I, the Cap Convict, standing out. And as always, I salute you, my convicts and convicts, and I'll see you soon in some more gameplays. I know it's not an amazing gameplay, I'm not got like 10 kills or anything like that, but I enjoyed it and it was pretty fun. But yes, the Rocketeer strikes again. If you've not heard of what the Rocketeer is, you should definitely check it out. It's a superhero by any means, and it was pretty fun playing anyway, especially as OG John Wick. Anyway, bye for now.